Hello everyone, welcome to ACE online class and this is Narendra. Today we will discuss the very popular topic of arithmetic, that is profit and loss, and that too exam orientation of the SSC JE and RRB JE. All the exams of SSC, all the examinations are RRB. So the exam questions which we will discuss will be of that standard. Let's begin over here. The very first question on your board is this. Okay, my dear friends. So what you can see is, on selling an article for rupees 800, so we will gradually go to the higher level. Let's start with the very smallest possible question. That is, on selling an article for rupees 800, a person loses 20% if on its selling price. The loss is on its selling price. That's what you are expected to notice in the exam. Okay, at what price should he sell to gain 25% on the cost price? Come on, my dear friends. So these are the very small questions are there, and gradually we pick up the difficulty level, and I am sure that you are understanding this part. Answer this question. Phone much. Open this system. Okay, friends. So here is your 30 second. I am sure some of you must have answered it. Let's see that how to answer this question now. Okay, it's a very simple question. I know that this is what the selling price is. This is the selling price is, and there is a loss of 20% on the selling price. There is a loss of 20% on the selling price. So this means the loss is there on this. That means the selling price is 80% of the cost price. Okay. What is needed is, I need to sell it at 25% profit. That means I need to sell it at 100 plus 25, 125%. Okay. I already know that 80% is given to us, and what I need to find it out, what is 125%. So in one strike you can answer this question in one line. There's 800 which is 20% on the selling price. Loss 20% on the selling price on this. So what I can do is divide this by 0.8. You are getting 1%. And what I need to do is here, I need 125%. Multiply it by 125. That's right, 125%. I place the decimal over here. Right, my dear friends. So here I don't need to go for the cost price because I have the selling price and the loss is given on the selling price. Come on. So the rest part is a small cancellation only. I understand that this goes how many times? 1000 times. And after decimal 2 digit is there, cancel 2 digit, you are getting your answer 1250. In one line we can answer the question. Thank you, sir. In one line we can answer the question. Oh my God, what a beautiful answer, Appal Naidu. Whenever Appal Naidu is there, it's a rocking. Very good, all my dear friends. So I'm very happy, Appal Naidu, and welcome to this class very personally. And so is Anusha madam, and so is Mr. Pawan. Okay, I am moving to the next question over here. So beautifully you answer the question. Now let's read it out. A shopkeeper bought 120 quintal of wheat. At 20% of it is sold at 25% loss. At what percentage gain should he sell the rest? Here he sold 20% at 25% loss. So the remaining 80%, at what percentage gain he should sell to gain the 25% on the whole? Come on, my dear friends, I am sure you are understanding it. So 25% on the whole. Let's answer it. I am giving 30 seconds, and all the people who are on the board, I am sure, will be able to answer the question. Mr. Sai Pawan, I am also sure you will be able to answer the question, sir. Come on. Ultra low petleja. Okay. Try this. I am looking for your response. I am waiting for your response. It's a practice. I am only doing a practice. Player finally, when they go to the IPL match, before that they do the lot of practices. So we are finally getting into the final examinations. We are doing the practice together, evening 1 hour. Anyone, my dear friend? Anyone? At your end, I can see that 11 second, 10 second. Okay. How do I answer this question? Now, I am giving the best method to answer this question here. I am saying the best method. I am sure you will be able to answer this question. So, it is already said that 20%, the fraction of 20% is 1/5. So, 1/5 is sold at 25% loss. So, minus 25 plus what about the remaining 4/5? So, 4/5 he sells at X% profit, then overall he gets a profit of 25%. 25%. That's all. So, what it is said, what the percentage gain he should sell for the rest. So, I need to find out this value, the value of X. Yes, my friends. I don't know, it has got stuck or what. I am not getting any comment from you people. You will definitely get what is X. Come on. So, let me conclude. So, here it is minus 5. When I take the minus 5, the other side it is become plus 5 will be 30. So, I am getting 4x by 5, which is equal to 30. Then what is X? So, X is equal to, I notice that the 5 will come over here, that will become 150, and divide 150 by 5, or in other words, it is okay. Fine, directly divide this one. So, first 3 times over here, 3 4 is 12, and 30 is left 7.5. The X value is 37.5. That means the remaining 4/5 he should sell at 37.5% profit. Therefore, overall he will get a profit of 25%. Right, my dear friend? Okay. Okay. Now I am moving on to the next question, and your next question is this. Let's see that what is the next question. The next question, my dear friends, is an article sold at a certain price. I don't know the selling price. Okay. If it is sold at 80% of this price, that means 80% of the selling price. If they sell at 80% of what the original selling price is, then there will be a loss of 10%. That means that will be equal to 90% of the cost price. That means I am getting one equation. 80% of the selling price will be equal to 90% of the cost price. By using this equation, I will be getting the ratio of selling price to cost price. Okay. What is the percentage profit when the article is sold at the original selling price? A very simple question. And 12.5. That's good. Mr. Pawan and Appal Naidu has given the answer for previous question. That's good. And the Appal Naidu has said for this question it is 12.5, and you are right, my dear friend. So you already noticed that 80%. Can I write down this as a 0.8? or 0.80. So 80% of the selling price is equal to, when you are selling at 80% of the selling price, there is a loss of 10%. That means the selling price is 90% of the cost price. So 90%, 0.90 of cost price. So what is the selling price to cost price ratio? I notice that it is 9:8. Is it? Selling price to cost price. So what is the question? This is what the original ratio of the selling price and cost price. So what is the profit? This is selling price and this is cost price. And Appal Naidu has rightly said here, there is a profit of 1/8, and 1/8 is 12.5%, 3/8 37.5%, 5/8 that's 62.5%, so on and so forth. We mug up for percentage chapter. Oh, that's good, that's good. Everyone properly answered the question. I'm moving on to the next question here, my friends. So, oh, I didn't give the 30 second for you. You people have already answered, so it was out of my thought. Now, coming to this question, it says that a person sells an article at 60% below the cost price, below the cost, 16% below the cost price. Had he sold it for rupees 33 more, he would have gained 14%. For 33 more, his profit would have been 14%. To gain 25%, what should be the selling price of the article in order to gain 25%? Come on, my dear friend. I am sure some of you will be able to answer the question. It's a practice time. We simply, you have your self-study. Along with that, there is an additional input just for practice, and in some cases you will learn the short method also. Come on. Chala delay avutundi sir. Paraledu em cheyalem. Come on, come on, come on. How will you answer this question? Now here it is said that a person sells an article at 16% below the cost price. That means he is selling at 84% of the cost price. Okay. Had he sold it for 33 rupees more, he would have been gained 14%. So what is this 33 rupees effect? It neutralizes the 16% loss, and it also gives a 14% profit. So that means this 33 rupees represent what percentage? 16 plus 14, that is 30%. So this 33 represent 30%, that is 0.3. What is, 137.5. Well done, well done. And it is a slotted one. Okay, thank you for joining, sir. Tomorrow you will be getting benefited. The speed will increase, sir. Understanding will increase, speed will increase. That I am not doing any magic over here. Now, so nicely it is said that this is, when you are dividing this by 30%, you are getting 1%. What is my requirement? So to gain 25%, what should be the selling price? So gaining 25% means selling price has to be 125%. So I already know 30%. Take the 125%. So let's take this one, that is into 1.25. One line answer. Oh, that's great, Appal Naidu. That's great. And Rakesh, that's great. And the first person, shrouded one, very well done it, sir. So I know this is 11 times, and this is 5, and this is 7, and this is 3, and this is 1. And the decimal should come over here, 137.5. Well done, in one line. Okay. I am moving on to the next question here, and the next question is this. It's a just practice. A man sells his goods at a certain price, 20% of which is his profit. Okay. Selling price at a certain price, 20% profit is there. If the price at which he buys the goods increased by 10%, CP is increased by 10%, and he sells them at 8% higher price, selling price increased by 8%, then what will be the profit percentage correct to 1 decimal? Come on, my young friends, it is your time for batting. Answer it. Answer it. I'll be very happy to see once again Shrouded One or Rakesh or Anisha or Pawan. If Pawan is there, please see the best method, least writing. That is what we try in every question. We want to overtake our competitor in terms of speed, in terms of accuracy. And when you write the least things, you are getting the, you will be the fastest person to answer the question. Okay. Now, I can see that lot of delay is there in your relay. On your screen, it is 23. If anyone answers the question, I will respond then. Come on. So, I start writing, you will know the structure here. This is cost price, then comes profit, and then comes a selling price. In the first case, it sells at 20% of which is the profit. That means if the cost price is 100, the profit is 20% of this. Is that a man sells the goods at 20% of which is the profit. Okay, notice here, it's really a beautiful question. 20% of which, what is this which? What is this which? 20% of the, of which he sells, of which 20% is the profit. This 20% is the profit on selling price. I need to convert the profit on cost price. Oh, good question. So, I need to convert the profit in selling price. When you are taking the profit on selling price, so profit by selling price, and that is 20%, and 20% is nothing but 1 by 5. That means when your profit is 1, your selling price, which is nothing but cost price plus profit, is 5 parts. So, what will be the actual profit? Profit over cost price. So, before you move forward, you need to convert this profit on selling price to profit on cost price. So, how much the one profit is there here on 5. So, what will be the cost price? 1 by 4 will be the cost price, because this selling price is cost price plus profit. So, to get the cost price, I need to take out 1 from here. So, I am getting 1 by 4. That is actually the profit on cost price, which is nothing but 25%. So, here it is given the profit on selling price, which I converted profit on cost price, and that is 25%, and here selling price is 125 and 22.7. Well done, Shredded One. Well done, sir. Your speed is very, very high. So is your accuracy, my dear friend. We will do the same thing on all the chapters like reasoning, GS and English. So here I am very happy of your speed. Now, what is happening here? That if he buys the goods increased by 10%. So, if the 10% increase, the cost price will be 110% Shredded One, and he sells them at 8% higher price. So, take the 8% of this and add it to that 0.8. So, 8 5 is 40, carry 4, 12 8 is 96 plus 40. I am taking the 8%, not 80%. So, 8% of this. So, 8% of this will be nothing but 10. Am I right? 125 into 8 by 100 with 25 4 times, with 25 5 times, and it gets cancelled 2 times. 4 into 2, that is 10. So, it increases by 10. Let me take it out. It increases by 10. Then what happens is your selling price. Your selling prices become 135. That's done. So it is said that in that case, what will be the profit percentage? So I notice that there is a profit of 25 over 110. So quickly we can calculate 25 over 110. I will prefer to go with this over 100, as this gets cancelled over here. 250 divided by 11. So how many times it goes? First 2 times it goes, 30 is left, again 2 times it goes, and 2 times 22. 8 is left, 7 times it goes. That's well done. Well done, my dear friend. So shrouded one is the only one who answered this question till now. But everyone, hope you are understanding the structure. But first, the profit is given on selling price, that has to be converted on cost price. If the cost price is 100, the rest part you understand. Okay, well done, sir. I am moving on to the next question. And the next question is this. Come on. Let's see that sometimes the question seems to be very simple, but certain terms, if you don't notice it, you may go wrong. In the previous case, if you don't notice that 20% of which, here it is a selling price, of which means a selling price. If you don't notice this part, the profit is given on selling price, you may go wrong. Okay, come on. So these practices and all this will refine you. An article was sold at a profit of 14%. Simple statement, had it been sold for rupees 121 less, a loss would have been occurred 8%. So you are understanding 121 represents what percentage? Yes. So would have been incurred. If the same article had sold for rupees this much, then the profit or loss percentage is. You know that RRB and SSC, you get the small questions like this. Your 30 second, I will give you total 30 second of yours to you. Come on, my young brigades. I am sure some of you will able to answer this question. Come on. Let me see that studied one is answering it. Okay. How do I give a start here? How do I give a start here? It is said that this is 14% earlier was profit and now 8% is loss. The difference between plus 14 minus 8 is nothing but plus 14 and plus of minus, here it is loss. Okay, minus of minus 8 is nothing but plus 8. So that is 22. Now this 22 represents how much value? 22% of the cost price. That represents 121. Because when 121 is reduced, earlier the profit is neutralized and you went on to loss. So when 22% is 121, or other way I can say that if 121 is 22%, then the given value, that is 536.25, is what percentage? The moment I can find out this represent what percentage, if this is 1.5%, then the 5% is the profit. If it represents 115%, that means the 100% is cost price, 15% is the profit. Come on, my dear friends. Some of you will able to answer the question. And the SP is 550. Is it talking about SP? Okay. If the same article had been sold for, already the SP is there, sir, then find the profit or loss percentage. I simply find only one step. I know 121 is 22%. Then this 536.25 will be what percentage? Look at the shortest way we will answer the question here. That is 22 divided by 121 and into, what is my requirement? That is 536.25. is representing what percentage? Okay. Come on. Okay, 2.5% is your answer. That's great calculation. Your calculation speed is very, very good. And it is right that it is 2.5% profit or loss. So 2.5% profit, there is, what is it, 2.5%, Rakesh? Option choice 3. So you are saying that this is loss. This loss. Okay. Let me calculate it. Small calculation is there. So let me finish this one with 11 times it goes, and this is 4 times 44. I left with 9, 8 times this one. So the 88, I left with 88. Another 8 is there. So put up the decimal here, and 2, it goes 7 times, and further, where did I go wrong? So with 11, 4 times 44, and then comes 44, 9, 96, 8 times 88, I left with 8 over here. So place the 2 over here, 7 times 77. So if I take out 77 from here, so 77 from here, 77. So I left with 5 over here. Then I place the 5 over here, it goes 5 times. And this number has to be multiplied by 22. It gets 11, 2 times is getting cancelled, no? So cancel it and see what percentage comes. What percentage? So that is 2 into 75, 150, carry 1, and 48 into 2. That comes 96, 96 plus 1, 97. Look at this one. This value, 536.25, is what percentage of the cost price? 97.5% of the cost price. So obviously, what is the loss over here? So that is 100% minus this. I'll getting that 2.5% is the loss. Oh, beautifully answered the question. Option choice 3. And who said that? Oh, Aman, very good evening, my dear brother. So who said that? That is Pavan and Rakesh. Yes, Mr. Rakesh, you are the first person to answer it. Well done, sir. So small calculation is there, but this is only one step writing. Solution should not be expanded. Only one step writing, the rest is small calculation. I am moving on to the next one. The Aman is there on the board, and shredded one. Hope you are understanding, my dear brother. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Aman, very good evening. Let's go with this question. Sudha bought 80 articles for the same price. Okay. She sold some of them at 8% profit and the remaining at 12%, resulting in overall profit of 6%. So the number of items sold at 6% profit. It's a very straight question. But you are expected to know when the profit lower value is there, higher value is there, mean value is there, so we can apply the alligation mixture method. Come on, my dear friends. The moment it strikes in your mind, it's the alligation mixture method. Within 15 seconds, 10 seconds, you will answer the question. Oh, wow. Appal Naidu has said 60 is the answer. Is it 60? Okay. Appal Naidu has said 60 is the answer. Will you please check your answer, my dear brother? Will you please check your answer? Anyone else? Anyone else? It's very happy that I am practicing along with you. There was a day when I used to keep preparing the whole night for the banking exam. I did it only for 6 months. I became clerk in SBI, PO in Bank of Baroda. Okay. Come on. 72. That's great. That's right, Mr. Appal Naidu. 72. Okay. Let me write down how will we do this question. So here, first one is the 8% profit. This is a positive number. And the other part is a 12% loss. This is a negative number. and overall there is an 6% profit. So those who said, Mr. Pawan, please check, the answer has to be 62, sir. So when I go for this, then the plus minus will get added. This is 18 and here the difference is 2 and the ratio is 9:1. So out of the total 10 parts, the first part is 9 part. Which one is said 6% profit? Okay, what I need to find out, the number of items which is sold at a 6% profit. I think I made a mistake over here, not the 6% profit, because 6% profit is the overall profit. None of them has sold at 6% profit. It should be 8% profit. You understood and corrected at your end. Great job. So let me do this finally. That's remaining is nothing but 80 into, I am extremely sorry for writing the wrong number in the question. So 9 part out of 10 part, that's nothing but 72. Done. I am moving on to the next question, my friend over here. Come on, see that. Are you comfortable writing the least things and arriving the answer? So the profit got on selling an article for rupees 1100. So selling price is there here. Is thrice the loss incurred on selling the same item for rupees 700. Thrice. So here profit is 3 times of loss. If the loss is x, in the first case the profit is 3x. So you can notice that this is 4 times. Fine. What should be the selling price of the article to get a 1/8 profit? That is 12.5% profit. Small question, but what it matters is time. Okay. Well responding, you have interest, you want to get selected in the exam, therefore you are here and practicing with me. It's good, it's good, all my young friends. Now I will show you what is the least possible things to write. First you try this, because we know this type of question is there in the banking exam also, not only SSC and RRB. Someone will definitely respond. I am sure of it. I am sure of it. In my regular recorded classes, multiple questions are there of the similar way. With the same way, I will explain it, and you will find you are answering the question shorter than your friends, in a shorter time than your friends. Come on, 787.5 Apple Naidu. 787.5. My dear brother, I have a dot on your answer. See that. What is the best way to answer this question? In the shortest possible way. I will get the loss. What is the loss? Loss is equal to difference between the higher selling price and lower selling price. Higher selling price is 1100, lower selling price is 700. The difference between these two is 400. Divided by how many parts that represents. So in one case there is a loss, in the another case there are 3 parts profit. Total is 4 parts. Divide by 4, you are directly getting the loss, which is nothing but 100. Yes, my friends, this is the least possible writing. When I know the loss, by selling 700, you are getting the 100 loss. That means your actual cost price is 800. 800. You want to sell it at 1/8 of the profit. 12.5% is nothing but 1/8. What is 1/8 of 800? That is nothing but 100. So what should be your selling price? This 800 plus 100, and that comes 900. The least passing, sir. That's good. Apple Naidu has corrected. That's 900 is the answer. Aman, Rakesh, Pawan has answered the question, and he says 87.5, 877.5. No, my brother. This is what the short method I did. I will do with the actual method over here because some of my friends are getting the different answer. So I will do with the general method here, and what is the general method here is, so that is 1100 1 minute. So cost price is selling price minus profit. So selling price is 1100 minus 3x minus profit. And when there is a loss of x, there is a loss of x by selling 700, then the cost price is 700 plus x. So then comes 700 plus x. Bring this 4x over here, 3x plus x, that's 4x. 4x is equal to, bring this 700 over here, 400. Then what is x? What is loss? Loss is 400 divided by 4, which is 100. If the loss is 100, so in this case, what is the cost price? 700 plus 100, and that comes 800 is the cost price. That is selling price plus loss, cost price. 1/8 is the profit required. What is 1/8 of 800? That is nothing but 100. So this is cost price, this is profit. The required selling price is 900. What should be the selling price in order to get 12.5? 900. English language problem. Okay, Appal Naidu, parvaledu. కొద్దిగా ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాం అని అంటే అందరు కూడా ఉన్నారు కదా, హిందీ ఏరియా పీపుల్ కూడా ఉన్నారు కదా, అందు గురించి ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్తాను. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఫైన్. లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. బట్ డోంట్ రైట్ దీస్ మెనీ థింగ్స్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్. నౌ మూవింగ్ ఆన్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్, అండ్ హోప్ everyone practicing it for yourself. It's not for me, for anyone. Sudha sold an article to Renu. This is previous year question. Look at this one. That is SSC CGL Tier 1 on 2020. Okay. Sudha sold it to Renu for rupees 576 at a loss of 20%. So it is 80% of the, this value is 80% of the cost price of Sudha. Now, the Renu spent a sum of rupees 224 on its transportation and sold it to Raghu at a price which would have given the Sudha a profit of 12%. So the amount spent on transportation is not directly given. That amount is equal to the, if Sudha would have got the profit of 24%, that will be equal to Sudha's 24% profit. But I only know Sudha's 80% is 576. When I know 80%, I can find out 24%. I will be getting the selling cost. I will be getting the selling price. Okay. The percentage of gain to Renu. What is the percentage of gain to Renu? Just work out it. This is Sudha. I'm just giving some DHA. Okay, this is Sudha. I don't know what is the price for Sudha, cost price for Sudha. But what Sudha did is, it sold it to Renu, what given in the question, and sold it for what? Sold it for 576, which is 80% loss, 20% loss. That means this is 80% of the cost price. And what Renu did, the Renu has added some money in the transportation, that is equivalent to 24% profit of Sudha. And to whom he sells? He sells to Raghu. And transportation and sold to Raghu at a price would have been. So what price the Raghu has purchased, you need to work out on that. The percentage gain to Renu. percentage gain to Renu. Hope you are understanding it. Your 30-second starts now. Come on, some of you will definitely able to answer the question, my dear friend. Anyone answering it? I'll wait till your time is over. 24% profit. Okay. I know 80% of the cost price. Option B, Venkat is saying that option B, B for Bombay, that is 11.6. Well done. Well done. Okay, now I will answer the question. Here I already know 80%. Can I find out 124%? Yes, we can find out 124%, and that is 576 divided by 80 and multiplied by 124. It's a very simple basic calculation, and we are getting here that is 892.8. This is what the selling price. So look at this one. Ramu spends a sum of rupees 224 on transport and sold it to Raghu at a price which would have given the Sudha a profit of 24%. So at this price, are we clear here? So how much is getting added over here? 24% of this. $892 or what? Can we find out what is 100%? Can we find out what is 100%? We are getting the cost price. So this is 4 times and this is 5 times, and then with 4, that's 414 and 4416, and again 4416 multiplied by 5, 5420 carry 2, 5420 and 22 carry 2, and 515 plus 2 is 7. So what is the profit over here? The profit, I think we are unnecessarily finding out the profit. We got this as 892.8. Okay. So the selling price, I am unnecessarily finding out, that is, this what the selling price is, 892.8 is given in the question. Okay, how much is added here? That is transportation 224 is added over here. Who has added? Renu has added here. And finally, we are reaching out to this amount. But I need to find out what is the percentage gain for Renu. Now the question is very clear. What is the cost price and what is the selling price? So for Renu, this is the cost price, and this is the cost price, this is CP, and this is SP for Renu. So what is the difference between 576 and 892.8? When you are adding this has to be added in the cost price. Then I get the total profit, total cost price. Because whatever the money I spend on transportation or repairs, that to be added to the cost price. When I am adding this, I see that it's 800. So the CP of Renu is 800 and the SP is 892.8. So the profit is 92.8 into 100, that gives us the profit percentage of Renu. Well done, sir. Well done. I really appreciate. Beautifully done, did it. Hello, sir. I am in student. I am studying in class 7. Okay. And Elsevere, class 7. So you will go for Harvard University or Stanford University, sir. Okay. Now I finish this one. Allow me. It's very good, sir. You are preparing for this exam, preparing for all the quantitative aptitude exam chapters with 8. So we know that with 818 and 818 and then again 818 and 6 times 8648. So finally my answer is 11.6. You people have long back answered the question, and Rakesh has also said it's option B. Moving on to the next question. So this flow, some typical language is added over here. So you have to quickly understand at the time of examination. If you are practicing this type of questions, so obviously it will not be a new terminology in the examination for you. Moving on to the next question over here is this. Come on, Nancy Veer. Here is the question. A man bought an article and sold at a gain of 10%. 10% profit. If he had bought the article for 20% less and sold it for 1,000 rupees more, then he would have got a profit of 40%. So one condition is there. The earlier selling price of the article is earlier selling price of the article. Come on, my dear friend. The question is very simple. SSC JE and RRB, SSC and RRB, you get the questions. Most of the questions are little easy. Now I go for 30-second time. I'll go for 30-second time. Let me see. Some of my friend will answer the question. It's a practice. Together we are enjoying it. That's all. The way we have enjoyed IPL, the same way we are enjoying for ourselves, for our career. Take it this way. I am not trying to teach something. Some techniques are there. You will understand that part. Or else it's a simple practice. Come on. And Venkat. Mr. Venkat has said option C, and that is 60,000. 60,000. Nancy Veer is also saying 60,000. 60,000. Oh my God, why everyone is getting 60,000? I have a little doubt over here. Look at the way to answer the question in a very simplest way. This is cost price is 100. There is 10% profit. So selling price is 110%. So if this is the cost price, so this is selling price, there is profit. Now the condition said that if he had bought the article at 20% less, that means if the article cost price would have been 80 and sold it for 1,000 rupees more, 1,000 rupees more, 1,000 rupees, then he would have made a profit of 40%. So 40% profit on the cost price. What is 40% of 80? So 4832. So his profit would have been 30 if the cost price is 80. And what would have been the selling price? Selling price will be 80 plus 32, that is 112. So here it is become 112. Is that right? So what is the difference in terms of unit and the previous selling price and the present selling price? So there is a difference of 2 units. Let me erase this one, you may get confused. So 2 units. And what is the increase by 2 units? And what is the increase in terms of value? So that is 1,000. So here 2 units is equal to 1,000. You are asked to find out the initial selling price. So initial selling price, what is 1 unit? 1 unit is 500. So what is 110 units? 500 into 110. Anyone giving the correct answer? Option B. No, my brother. So what is 110 units? 110 units is 500 into 110, and that gives us 55,000. Oh, that's great, Appalnaidu. Well done, sir. Well done. And so is studded one. You are really brilliant, studded one. And so is Anusha. Oh, Anusha is also there. That's good. Nancy Weir. Sorry, sir, my answer is wrong. No, make all the wrongs during the practice so that no wrong will be left in the Excel exam. So if you are understanding this process, Mr. Nancy Weir, I will be very happy. Let's move on to the next question, all my young brigades. So here is your next question. What is it? A shopkeeper sold 2 articles. Everyone will answer the question, I know this. 2 articles for rupees 9,639 each. Selling price of 2 articles is each. In one he gains 90%, and the other he lost the 90%. X square by 100. Apply that formula. What is the overall profit or loss percentage? Later on I will also discuss in the next classes, when these two rates are not equal, loss percentage is not equal to profit percentage, whereas the selling price of each is same. How to respond in my next class. So, oh, well done, well done. There is a loss. And Nancy Weir, well, look at this one, Appalnaidu, studied one. Nancy Weir, who is studying in the 7th standard, he has already answered the question. That's great. So, questions like this, whenever the selling price SP1 is equal to SP2 and the loss percentage is equal to profit percentage for 2 articles, then there is always, if a loss percentage is equal to profit percentage, if I consider this as X%, so my answer will be X square, always loss, X square by 100. Always loss, A for always, always loss. Here it is nothing but 19 square by 100, that is 3.81% loss. But more important is we have to learn, in the next class I will discuss, that is 19% is there, and here 29% or here 30% is there, and the rest all are same. Then how do we handle it? We will discuss in our next class. So here I am moving on to the next question, my dear brother. Here is the question. What is the question here? A retailer marked the price of wheat per kg 40% above the cost price and offer a discount of 10% per kg. Markup 40%, discount 10%. But while selling, he cheat the customer by giving a 20% less weight per kg. He also further cheating the customer by giving 20% less. So find the overall profit percentage of the retailer. I will discuss the solution with the least possible writing. Till that time, take your 30 seconds. Take your 30 seconds. It's a practice. As I said that we together are sitting and practicing it. In the evening you will come tomorrow, and day after tomorrow class will not be there. Tomorrow there is holiday, and day after tomorrow there is Sunday. Obviously institute will not remain open. Okay. Come on, Nancy Weir. Studied one. Anusha. Sai Pavan. So nice, Sai. Can you answer this question? Any one of you, if you respond, I will move on. Your 30 seconds is over. Okay. Now I am starting it and see the solution to answer this pattern of question. The least writing. What it is said, for every kg he gives 20% less. 1 kg consists of 1000 grams. He gives only 20% less, that means 800 grams. Okay. Now everyone should know that this we consider as cost price. He is not giving, if 1 rupee per gram is 1 rupee, then 1000 grams should be 1000 rupee. But he is giving only 800 grams, so 800 rupees is his cost price. Now here come to find out the profit percentage. Markup 40% and discount 10%. I can apply this formula x plus y plus xy by 100 to find out what is his net profit. So 40% above and 10% discount, so plus minus is minus. 40 into 10, that's 400, 400 by 100, which is 4, and here I am getting 26. So this is what his profit is. Now the next thing you are going to write down here, put up the vertical line, and here 26% profit. What is 26% of 1000? That is 260 profit. So another profit is there, that 1000 plus 260, that comes 1260. And this value is your selling price, upper value. This value is cost price. Now you have the selling price, you have the cost price, you can find out the profit percentage. Can I see that? Anyone answer the question? 57.5. Okay, let me check your answer is right. Well done. Well done. Nancy Veer. Oh my God. And so is Appal Naidu. Well done. Well done, sir. So let's move on towards the solution part. I can see that 460 is what percentage of the cost price? 800. So we know into 100 the zeros gets cancelled, and 85 is 40, and then comes 8756 and 4, that is 5. So 57.5% is your right answer. Well done all my young friends. So I am moving on to the next. This much should be the writing, the minimum possible writing. Now moving on to the next, and the next one is this. What is that? Is here. Now allow me to read the question. A farmer sells to auction for rupees 23,625. He sells one at a loss of 10% and the other at a gain of X%. Is he getting loss? No. Overall, he neither loses nor gains. So that means whatever he is losing here, 10%, he is gaining over here. So the loss is equal to profit. Therefore, he is neither gaining nor losing. Find the value of X. This X. How should I do it? Come on, my friends. So I am giving 30 seconds for you, and we will conclude with this this question. Okay. Whatever he loses here, and the cost, a farmer sells 2 articles for rupees this much each, and in one case he is losing 10% on this. That means this selling price will be 90% of the cost price. You already know the 90%. You need to find out the 10%. You can find out. And that loss is equal to profit here. Come on, my dear friends. 30 seconds is over. Is 12.5. Is 12.5 is right answer. Nancy Veer. Okay, I will just wait for one more response. On your screen, 8 seconds is there. Appal Naidu studied one. Rakesh, Anusha. Okay. Okay. And Chinna Rakesh has said option C. And the option C 12.5%. So 2% have said option C. Let me check. Yes, that's right. That's right. Well done. So here you need to understand that this is 90% of the cost price, because there is a 10% loss. So selling price will be 90% of the cost price. So I can find out the loss. So that is 23625. This is 90%. My requirement is of 10%. So here you are getting this one. This gets cancelled and divided by 9. 2625. So that means you lost 2625, and again by selling this one, and again you got the profit of 2625. Therefore neutral, no profit, no loss. Now what is my cost price? CP. CP is equal to this selling price with loss of 2625. So 23,625 plus 2625, and this gives us this is a loss. So I need to add it up, right? Or should I subtract this one? So what will be the gain? Okay. 1 minute. In the second case, there is a gain. Same amount is a gain. Okay. Same amount is a gain. So what is my cost price for the second one? For the second one, same amount is the gain. So here it's a selling price, which is equal to selling price minus profit. I am getting the cost price 2, in which the X% profit is there. So that comes 625 and 21000. 21,000 is your cost price, on which you are getting X% profit, and the X is nothing but 2625. So find out 2625 is what percentage? 2625 is what percentage of the cost price? That is 21 and 1000. So simply cancel this part, because into 100 will come, and rest is simply your division over here. So divide this by 21. I can see that 1 times over here 21. I left with 5. So will it go for 2 times? 42. Yes, 2 times. And I left with 10 over here. So it goes 5 times. Okay, 0.5. 12.5% profit. Everyone, well done, sir. So here my session is over. The next time when I come, I will come with a different kind of question in the same topic. But my next class, I think, will be the simple interest and compound interest. So I enjoy with you. Thank you very much for joining this practice season, and wish you all the best till my next classes. Thank you very much.